What is going on, everybody? It's Tyler back here. Finally going to bring back another four-wide racing series league race in the Cup cars. No, I missed a couple of races. I know Darlington was one of them. That definitely was not a very good race for your boy. But still sitting second in points coming into this race, tied with Austin for second. We're pretty far out of the championship run here, so we're just trying to maintain that second place points finish. Um, but we're gonna try and see if we can't bounce back. I ran Michigan a couple times in the online lobbies. It wasn't too bad. But coming across the line here, we're gonna complete our first qualifying lap, and wasn't too happy with the time, so I really send it into 1 and 2 here. Get to the bottom of the track, and the car just started sliding up on me, and I just decided I was going to try to make it stick, and that was not the right move. So unfortunately, we're going to have a pretty bad starting spot here. I think we started like P14. Um, but you see that 88 car, he's behind us. That's the guy who's leading the points. That's James Holzer. He's been winning them all, but something happened to him in his qualifying run. He's going to be starting deep in the field with me, where, you know, the shit gets started back here. This is this is definitely mosh pit. Green flag comes out. You see the 33 car up there on the left of your screen. He makes a beautiful move, gets better jump on the start than that 22 car, which is Brody Smith. He had a number change this week. He's finally coming back, but um, just trying to get a feel for the race at this point, trying to see how hard everybody's going to push it, trying to save tires to stay in the draft. And I know James was operating under the same strategy I was early on here. We weren't trying to push it all the way to the front. It's a 100-lap race. There's no point in, you know, burning everything up and having no tires and just getting shuffled. I really thought it was going to be a very long green flag run at some point in this race, and I wanted to make sure I had tires when we came to that. So just kind of riding around, not really caring at this point. Um, but up in front, these guys, they were already diving at 3 wide and stuff, which is why you see me not getting up to the back of that 6 or the 9 car. You see me just kind of taking it high. You see a little peek of what's going on up front here. Um, these guys are fighting hard. They want to lead laps, and they want to see how much they can get done. And that just really wasn't our strategy early on in this race. It was just let them take each other out, have tires, pass them in the long run. And you see we also have another fast guy back here with us, Zishan. He comes back this week also, probably because it's a huge drafting track. Zishan's definitely the king of the draft. But skipping on to an onboard camera, this is here on lap number 3. You can kind of see the line we're running here. And you see somebody slide way up the track, smoke's blowing. We go all the way to the apron. Brody Smith got turned. Something happened to him, narrowly avoiding it. But taking a look at what happened, you see he's on the inside there in about 5th place. He just got loose and chased up the track and just got punted by the 99, who just wrong spot, wrong time. And the 10 was riding around back with us. He collects a piece of it. I believe Roman, Brody, and Zishan all had to use their fast repair there. Definitely unfortunate. Not something you want to happen early in a league race like this, but everybody seems to come down for tires, and I wasn't pushing it too hard, so we're going to take the track position along with Nick Vizzuti and Tyler Werner up there in the 33, and we get a great jump immediately to the inside battling for P2. I'm thinking at this point, a lot of guys are not wanting to save tires and stuff, and I just want to get this bonus point. As you saw there through 1 and 2, James Holzer got loose on the high side, chased it up the track. Luckily, didn't hit anything. But we're going to make a move to the inside of this 75 car, who's running a newer paint scheme. Absolutely beautiful color combination. I love that car. That is one of the prettiest cars on the track, in my opinion. We get some drafting help from our teammate. We are going to pull ahead here, go into the line. We are going to capture that bonus point, and now we can really start to take it easy. I'm trying to get Tyler underneath of me. I'm trying to get him a bonus point, get him a lap led here because, we are teammates. But you see behind us, we have another teammate of ours joining the fray. We have 3 big, fast racing cars here in the top 4. We're trying to get it lined up and trying to take over this race and just run up front the entire time. But I slide up out of line trying to get Tyler up there, trying to see if he can't get a run on the 75. Austin's going to absolutely fuck me here. Shove me all the way to the outside. You know, I'm not complaining about it. I kind of wanted to go back at this point because you see how they're racing. You got some quick guys trying to get back up front and lead some laps. And you see 22 almost slides up into us, and that makes me check up. Luckily, the 81 didn't run me over there. But yeah, we're just going backwards at this point, as now the 11 car is on the tail end of Nick Vizzuti for the lead. It's definitely a fight here. You see Jonathan Warren, he's trying to avoid everybody. He's just trying to powerhouse it down the inside. The 83 cuts it real close to him, trying to pin him down there. 81 still looking inside of me, but he doesn't want to force it 4 wide. I'm just trying to get away, get to 2 wide, let that 81 car go. I really just I didn't want to use any repairs this early in the race. It was way too early, in my opinion, to be running this hard. And I just remember thinking that this entire part of the race, I'm trying to calm myself down, trying to go in with a new mindset to this race where, I don't let things frustrate me. I don't try to hold people up. I don't burn my tires up. But yeah, it's definitely a different strategy than what I normally do. I normally push it as hard as I can and burn my stuff up and then just get freight trained. So I figured let's drop to the back, let this green flag run start working itself out, and then we'll make our way back up there. Hopefully we keep track position right around the top 10 so that way we can be there at the end. It's definitely what you want to do in these league races is just be there in the end. But we have a huge battle for the lead here. We have the 22 and the 01 of the Spin and Win Motorsports guys being chased by the GSR boy of Zishan. You see some guys, they're going to get up into the wall there, and you look back behind, you got the 33 car going around, and that's going to bring out our second caution flag of the race. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what happened here. Coming off the corner, you see some guys, they get up into the wall, the 6 car bounces off, comes all the way back down, hooks the 33 in front of the field. The 18 and the 13 both get a piece of it, and the 13 car had already used his fast repair from that first wreck, I believe. He's going to have a rough one the rest of this race, but look at our boy Roman, normally want to come in there with a heat-seeking missile mentality. He missed a wreck, so let's clap it up for Roman here. He did a great job on that one. We're going to restart here. This is lap number 15. I believe we restarted right around P number 5. Just trying to make what we can of it, trying to ride around, not get involved in anything. And this restart, we got a lot more fanned out. I think the leader went earlier than when they have been going, and that just kind of singled everybody out, which, I'm happy with. I want to just run single file in the drift, get some laps logged, get closer to the end where we can really start racing. You see the 13 car, he's going to keep it to the high side. He's down on RPMs. Unfortunate for him. Craig Waltonslager, he's a good racer. I believe he pulled off a top 5 at Darlington last week, and he's not even one of the full-time Cup guys. He's trying to make a name for himself in this league. But skipping ahead here, this is going to be on board at lap number 26. You see we drop back a little bit. Still trying to take care of the tires. 11 laps into the run. Coming off the corner, we're chasing down James Holzer, trying to stay in the drift, trying to keep up with him. He follows somebody into the wall, and James Holzer now is going to go bounce it off the wall and go spinning down to the inside. I can confirm he did hit the inside wall there, had a lot of damage to it. So that's gonna affect him for this race. It doesn't look like he's gonna be back up front here for a little bit until he decides to use that fast repair. But yeah, this is the restart on lap number 30. We're going to drop in behind the 10 car, and just like the majority of the race, it's just riding around, trying to stay in the drift, keep your car clean, keep it off that outside wall coming out of 2, because as you can see from the previous video in this one, a lot of guys had issues coming off of turn number 2. We were bouncing off the wall, and problem is one guy in front of you goes up and hits the wall, and you're kind of following him in the draft, and you kind of overdrive the exit of the corner and follow him into the wall yourself. That's what happened with the 88 car right there. But yeah, so we're gonna fall in line here. We got Forrest Wind pushing us, which very good pusher, very good to run around that 77 car. You're doing good when you're running around some of these guys up here, and yeah, just trying to make some moves, trying to see what can happen. I was racing around the 81 a lot today. I was just trying to get back by him here. Very hard to pass. He's not slow. He's definitely quick. It's just, when you want to get around him, he doesn't make it easy on you, which no fault, not complaining about it. You got to drive it how you can drive it. It's just I really wanted to just be in front of him at this point, and he was making it very hard to pass. As the 10 car slides up in front of the 11, they both go into the wall there. Luckily, not too much damage on either one of them. Um, that's what I'm talking about. It's just milliseconds you have to make a decision here at this track. Skipping ahead to lap number 37. I'm following behind Forrest Winn and Chris Massey. Forrest slides up the track into Massey. I get into the back of the 77, and we both start to go around, and somehow we both manage to save it. No caution flag is going to come out. He lost a lot of speed, and it caused me getting to the rear of him. But jumping on board here with the 11 car, this is lap number 39. He has a huge run coming off the corner. He gets the back of Zishan, has nowhere to take it. He's going to push him hard into the corner. He's getting pinched down going into turn number 1 here. He's just trying to hold it, trying to make it work. The 10 car slides up the track, gets into the 01, and you see out the rearview mirror just narrowly missing the back end of Austin's car. Huge wreck coming off of turn 2. We're going to go ahead and take a look and see what happened here. See the 10 car, he slides up, gets into the 01. 01's trying to save it, collects his teammate in the 22, comes back up the track. I don't know who that is off the top of my head who T-boned him. It looks like it might be the 81 car. And from the earlier incidents, the 01 and 22 both had used their fast repair, so they are going to park it for the rest of the race. I believe Zishan also just now used his fast repair, which is why you see him all the way in the back there. But going ahead to the restart, this is lap number 43. Run around some very fast guys. Roman, he's getting up here. He's trying to make some moves, trying to get some laps led. He's had a bad string of races where just bad luck happens and he gets caught up in stuff that wasn't necessarily his fault. But we're running with Jonathan Warren, the 77. We almost get into Forrest Winn there. Kept it off of him, never touched him there. Saved the car. The 33 and the 88, luckily, were far enough behind me that they didn't run me over. That was definitely one of the first mistakes I made this race. Trying to recover from it now, trying to keep that draft off the 77, not split the pack in two. But as you can see, we're a little more organized, a little more calm back here. These guys up in front of us, they are driving the absolute dog shit out of their cars. Just trying to make moves on each other, trying to get that fresh air, and so they can just back it down, save tires, and get pushed around the track. You got the 11 car. He's actually up there leading. He led a majority of this race. It was pretty impressive, to be looking at the standings throughout the race and seeing your teammate just up there dominating the entire time. He's definitely found speed in the recent weeks as we are going around the lap car of Craig Lautenslager again. He's found the 11 car has found some speed recent weeks, and it's led to some interesting moments in the league. Unfortunately, I haven't been doing videos, so we're just going to leave you guys in the dark about that. The guys who are in the league watching this video, you know what I'm talking about. Anybody else who, for some reason, is watching our videos, yeah, it's just been some aggressive driving. We'll leave it at that. As you can see here, we're going to push it 3 wide underneath Forrest Winn. We are making a move on the 75 and the 78. 75 backs out of it. He's going to slide in behind us, and just like that, we gained 3 spots going into the corner. Now we're battling here for a top 5 position. We've got Roman up in front of us, and once again, you got 3 of the 4 big fast racing cars running up here, being the class of the field. Roman's trying to make a pass on the 83 of Chris Massey. I'm trying to make a move on Chris Massey myself. Also trying to make room for Roman to get what he needs done. Not trying to run him too tight. I'm going to get up into him there. I pull back down on the back straightaway. I'm going to slide up here behind the 99. He's going to look underneath the 83 to make a move. We are going to try to follow him through this corner while still keeping the 78 of Jonathan Warren from getting any momentum behind us to pass us. The 99, he goes ahead and clears Chris Massey. We slide up behind him. You definitely want to help your teammate in this situation, but you also want to keep the draft because you get a huge run coming off the corner through that draft, as you can see by Jonathan Warren making that pass on me. Austin did just get passed for the lead by Steve Waldrop. As you see, some guys getting into each other there. We're going to go under Massey. Roman gets loose. He's trying to save it, chases it up the track, bounces off the wall and down into Warren, and he is going to go and get spun down to the inside of the track. He hits the inside wall. Let's take a look and see what happened here. You see him down low. He just slides up just a little bit, gets into Massey. His back end stepping out on him. Does a great save here. Is trying to chase up to the wall, stay in front of these guys. Just slightly bounces off, and the 78 was able to get a nose under him. And when he bounced it off the wall, he just came down across him. This is looking back from Vizuti's view. As you can see, he got a little loose coming off the corner and couldn't see that 18 card. It was outside because he didn't go all the way up to the wall. And that's what happened there. Keep that in mind. That's been happening a lot of this race. We've had a lot of blind spots, but this is the restart on lap number 51. And you might be saying, hey, you were just running top 5. Why are you all the way back here? For some reason during the race when we were coming off pit road there, I was 3 car lengths behind the 6 car. I was just trying to catch him and pass him for some reason. I wasn't paying attention to my speed. I sped on pit road and got an EOL and coming to the green flag. I was trying to get in line. The 81 was repairing some damage and I was trying to let him by me, and that just messed my whole restart up. I should have just mashed it when everybody else did, and I got a black flag from it anyway. Luckily it got cleared, but I should have just kept in the gas and cleared that black flag. So that's going to mess me up a lot here, riding around way in the back. This is actually 22 laps later. This is lap number 73. We're battling with Brandon Banks, Matt Roberts, Nick Vizzuti, trying to get some more positions. I'm telling these guys, let's just get lined up and try to go catch that field. As you can see, you can't even see him as the 13 car. We were going back around him. The 16 just got up into his outside. And, that's one of those blind spot scenarios where Matt Roberts is being told car on the outside, but he doesn't know how close he is on the outside. And even if you look right, you couldn't see anything there. You know, spotters don't tell you if the guy's against the wall or if he's half a lane off. It's just you're driving blind pretty much, trying to gauge where somebody else is going to be on the track. And unfortunately, a lot of guys just ran out of room doing it that way. But that's going to luckily tighten up the field for us. We come down, put 4 fresh Goodyear Eagles on it. This is the restart on lap number 77. Just trying to make it to the end here. We've got about 24 laps to go at the green flag. Still riding right behind the 20 and the 75. Luckily, neither one of them had too much damage. So 20 car, Brandon Banks, he's making a huge gain in this race. As you saw on the initial start of this race, he was blinking. He was having some internet problems, so he wound up parking it right before the green flag. And I think he started this race 3 or 4 laps down. He's battled his way all the way back up here, so props to him. Great move, great racing. Just going to follow behind him, trying to gain some spots. As you see the lap car, the 99, he's finally got all his damage repaired. He's back out on the track, and he's going to keep it out of the racing lane, down on the apron, let all the lead lap cars get by him. And this is the battle for the lead again, skipping ahead onto the 11 car. You got 78 Jonathan Warren leading. You got the 83 Chris Massey, who had a beautiful race the night before in the trucks, just barely getting beat by the 88 truck. He's looking to get a win here, and Austin's trying to follow him. You got the 78 who has 4 wins at this point. You got the 77 who has 2. You got the 88 who has 4. These guys are really just trying to get their first win, the 83 and the 11 in. They are driving the hell out of it, as the 77, a forced win, is going to push the 83 down underneath of his own teammate to the lead. And as he tries to clear the 11, he wants to get up there. And just like in every other race, at the end of the race, you got the 88. He's back up front here trying to make huge moves. He seems to have come out of nowhere. Remember early in the race we were running way back with him, and it's just kind of amazing how he can make it work. But you see there at the bottom of the screen, I'm trying to make some moves, trying to get back up here. I see the laps are winding down. I definitely want to get back up into this race, as this is still going to be lap number 83 here. As you see the 11 car, he's still riding right on the bumper of that 83, trying to make it stick. Still a little too early to try to push the tires too hard, so a lot of these guys are still backing off, going into the corner, trying to save. So you can really get an advantage here and kind of hope for a caution and hope that the race shortens up. As he goes 3 wide down onto the apron, that's a move he tried to make earlier in the race, and he couldn't make it work because Zishan blocked him, but he's going to get sent into the corner, pinched down by the 83. The 83 bumps him because he had to lift to make the corner, and Austin's going to clear himself into the lead here with 18 to go, looking for his first win, trying to hold off some of the big dogs in the 78 and the 88. This is a battle here. This is lap number 96 and 97. the 88 is all over him. The laps are winding down. They are just trying to make it to the end. Austin is doing everything he can to try to make Holzer pass him on the inside, including cutting his nose off and blocking him up there on the high side. At this track, once the tires get worn, you cannot make a move to the inside. You have got to get to the guys outside quarter panel. As you see, the 83 and 78, they make slight contact, but they keep it straight here with about 4 to go in the race, and that's going to clear the battle between the 11 and the 88, and it's all between these two guys here. They are going to dogfight it out as the laps are winding down. Holzer, you see, he's trying to do everything he can, but you just cannot get a good enough run on that bottom. You can get next to him in the middle of the corner, but Austin makes a little bit of a mistake, bounces it off the wall. The 88 is going to be looking back to the outside, and the 11 car comes back up in front of him, coming down into turn number 1 and 2. Here we go. This is the battle. This is officially for 3 to go. Coming around off turn 2, can Austin get it done? And you see there the caution lights. That is not what he wanted to see. It was between these two the whole way. A driver decided that he was going to try to just park and watch the end of the race. He was multiple laps down, try to tow it on the apron. And unfortunately, that did bring out the caution. So here we go. This is going to be the first green-white checkered. Austin gets a good jump. He's going to clear the 88. The 78 is going to be looking to the inside of the 88, but doesn't get there. He falls in line. Top 3 are single file going into turn number 1. Austin goes in. He's going to go try to make it stick on worn tires. He's going to slide up just a little bit, lose some momentum. The 88, that's what he wanted to avoid. The 11, the 88 is going to go to the outside of him, and now they're 3 wide going down the back straightaway. The 78 gets an absolutely rocket run. The 83 is going to try to follow him underneath the 11 going into turn number 3 here. The 11 and the 88, they both go for the same line, and they make contact. The 88 almost saves it, bounces it off the wall. The 33 gets turned around, and that is going to bring out the caution flag again. Taking a look at what happened, I think the 11 was trying to get a run on the outside of the 88 or the 78, and the 88 was just trying to make it stick around the outside of the 11. And it was another one of those blind spot incidents. Just two guys going for the same lane. This is a look at my point of view from the restart. I'm behind the 77, the 20, and the 75. I do not get as great of a restart as the entire outside line, but I make it stick to the guy to my inside. 77 definitely didn't get a good restart. It looks like he might have slight damage on the right front. Going into the corner, I take it high. I'm backing it down, and I just get an absolute run here, and they leave the entire bottom lane open for me. And this is going to be a big move for me as I clear the 75. I'm clearing the 77 down the back straightaway. I see the battle up front. I'm just hoping that nothing happens in front of me that I get caught up in. And going down into turn 3, I dive it in there. I almost take out Brandon Banks, and the wreck happens, and luckily I avoided him, and you can see the 33 turn around and get into him. But yeah, this is the next restart. I eventually did get into Brandon Banks, and I sincerely feel bad about this. I think it was a racing incident. We were both trying to get a win here. This is an overhead view on the second green-white checker right as it happened. It looks like he gets slightly into the wall and comes down, and at that point, you can't lift going in the corner. He just came down and got into me, and if I would have lifted, I would have saved him, but I also would have lost 5 or 6 spots myself, and it's unfortunate that that happened to a good guy like Brandon Banks. He made a huge comeback this race. So Brandon, I'm just going to announce it in the video. I know I've already talked to you, but I apologize for that. Sincerely, I didn't want to do that to you. Definitely a guy who I want to race clean. But here we go. Try to ramp the excitement back up here as we get to our final green-white checkered attempt. The 78 gets a huge jump. The 11 gets a good jump underneath the 83. Here I come. I'm able to file down because the 2 guys behind me did not get going. I see a chance here to either push my teammate to the win or get it myself as he goes underneath this 83. The 78 doesn't go all the way to the bottom. The 11 is going to get a huge run. I get a really good run coming off the corner. I suck right up to the back of him. I'm trying to get up behind the 11, and he gets turned into the wall. And, that's going to do the race. Luckily, we got a P2. Unfortunately, Austin dominated part of this race and just did not get the finish to show for it. We're going to go ahead and take a look and see what happened there. It just looks like, they ran out of room. But congratulations to the 78 car. You had another great car. Just drives the absolute shit out of it. But, we're going to go ahead. buckle down, and we're going to head to Bristol next week. We'll catch you guys there.